morning. Welcome to the Daffy Duck Easter Special. Where's the title? Where's my name? Where's the Easter decorations? I don't even see a single Easter egg. Well, at least that's one Easter egg. Pretty small, though. Now, where's the title of the show? That's pretty sloppy, I must say. You call that lettering? That's one step above graffiti. And another thing, outside of me, this egg is the only colorful thing on the show. Now what? Oh, swell. I'm the star, and I've got to mop up this mess. Don't you have any color but brown? Can't you maybe throw on a little color? Oh, not on me, silly, on the title. Get this paint off of me, you rundown Rembrandt. That's better.
Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're having a great Easter weekend thus far. And just want to welcome the folks who have arrived, including Dr. Jazzman1, welcome, and Ethan Parton Studios, welcome, and Super Ready Man, and Puss Blue EP, and Starfy, and Robert Champion, excuse me, welcome you guys. Yes, howdy Starfy. Okay, yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I definitely have some Daffy Duck cartoons playing in the background, including right now it's my favorite short of his, Duck Amok. I'll probably go into details on why I love that one so much as I get into the meat of the stream. But yeah, like I asked, I hope you guys are having a great Easter Sunday, and that you are excited not just to talk about that, but it's mainly gonna be discussing our fine feathered friend over here who's 85 years old from the moment I realized that Easter Sunday of this year fell on the 85th anniversary of Daffy Duck, who of course is a creature who is capable of laying eggs, like at least sort of, at least once, probably in that one short where he lays a golden egg. But yeah, since I realized that Easter falls on Daffy's birthday, makes sense that I do this stream and to do some art that references both occasions essentially. Yep, so you can see on the left of me, we see Daffy chilling because it's his birthday, so I'm sure a lot of us would do that too. If it's our birthday, we just sit back and relax. And of course, because it's still Easter, we have to acknowledge that holiday, so I have to include the clip from the Bugs Bunny short, Easter Eggs, one of my favorites, specifically one of my favorites directed by Robert McKimpson, for sure. Including that little red-headed brat saying, "I want an Easter egg, I 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 want an Easter egg." Okay, enough babbling. Let's get to the meat of the stream. Actually, no. Just want to let you know if you guys can hear me clearly, just press 9. I assume you guys could hear me and see me clearly for sure. But yeah, just press 9. Oh, I don't want it to be like I did all this talking and you guys can't hear me. But yeah, press 9 in the chat if you could hear me clearly, and we could move on. Alright, excellent. Thank you Starfy, Robert, and plus Blue for pointing that out. So yes, let's get to the meat of the stream. So yeah, this is what I've been sketching up from a day ahead. We see the birthday duck over here. He's happy because he has an egg that has 85 on it. In my mind, when I was coming up with the concept of this birthday fan art, you know, again, because it falls under Easter, I have to include an egg, have an egg be a prominent feature of the drawing. So yeah, it's gonna be a golden egg that Daffy's holding, and you see, given the expression on his face, he is touched that he got such a glorious gift as a golden egg to commemorate 85 years of being one of the best cartoon birds, or one of the best cartoon characters in general. Excuse me. So yeah, I have my sketch ready. Now it's just to like clean it up. So let me turn up, put on some music. Just put on a bit of chill music and like the other tab. Since this is a doodle and chill stream essentially, with 2 occasions for the price of 1. Here we go. Just have to fix up the settings of the brush. Or the pen, I should say. Make sure the color is good. Yep. And the stabilization, need to fix that. Okay, so just to let you know, because Daffy has black feathers, when I'm done getting the main stuff done with the ink and the cleanup, I'm gonna be walking the pixels to the outlines to like color, like say his eyebrows and probably like the outlines of his feathers. I'm gonna color the outlines to those, like a very light shade of gray. And probably turn up the stabilization a bit more. Now it's pretty easy for me to assume that you guys are fans of Daffy. So yeah, why not we just talk about our favorite cartoons with him, or our favorite moments with him, like in general. They don't just have to be within the shorts, the classic shorts. They could be throughout the Looney Tunes franchise, whether we love him for being, you know, pretty good basketball player in Space Jam and Space Jam: A New Legacy, or being just one of the funniest jerks imaginable, like his portrayal on the Looney Tunes show seems to be as praised these days, at least as, you know, the way he was written in the classic sorts. And yeah, we could also debate on which version of Daffy is better, when he was a screwball bouncing around and pulling pranks on people, or the more pompous, self-absorbed type, you know, that became more popularized in the 50s. Like by the time Chuck Jones started pairing him up with Bugs Bunny, it resulted in honestly some of Daffy's best character moments. Again, just gonna check the chat. Yes, Starfree says that they do like Daffy, think they're awesome, and they love Popeye too. Yes, definitely among the few things that Daffy and Popeye have in common. Well, aside from the fact that they are popular cartoon characters who debuted in the 1930s, they pretty much proved to be show stealers. Did you know that with Popeye, he's actually his first cartoon was technically under the Betty Boop series, but he ended up being the main focus, like taking the attention away from Betty herself, and that's what motivated Fleischer Studios to give him his own series of just as successful theatrical shorts. And it's a similar thing with Daffy. In case I didn't know, he first appeared 85 years ago, on this day, of course, in the short Porky's Duck Hunt, which was directed by Tex Avery, but Bob Clampett deserved some credit for... Whoa. Hang on there. Always be on the channel, just subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for the subscription. And Starfy has four ducks in a row. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about the Duckster, Daffy Duckster, Bob Clampett deserves some credit for helping refine the creation of Daffy, and he was there from the start actually with that first short, Porky's Duck Hunt, and doing the animation on the character under Tex Avery's direction. And Daffy proved himself to be, pretty much the first truly Looney Tunes character. Obviously, that's not to say that any of the characters beforehand didn't provide any comedic moments, but I mean, with in terms of personality, with being so eccentric and bouncy and literally all over the place with said bouncing, that was Daffy. That was definitely Daffy. He definitely lived up to his name. During all those attempts of avoiding himself from being hunted by Porky. And yeah, if though Porky was supposedly the star of that short, given how his name is in the title, obviously it was Daffy who stole the show, and eventually it not only became like a common sidekick of Porky's, but he began winning audiences over with his own series of solo shorts. And eventually Porky himself would end up being the sidekick to Daffy in such classic shorts like the one that's playing right now in the background is Trip Along Daffy, the one where there are cowboys. And the most famous example has to be Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century, which spun off into a pretty successful TV show about 50 years later. Oh, welcome on Dexter the Nostalgia Toonster. It's okay, if you're away. Hang on. And Dexter's also saying that every time he sees me draw my own characters or other cartoon characters, I keep thinking that, like, he keeps thinking that I should have gotten a job in an animation studio in Hollywood or something like that. Thank you, Dexter, for the inspiring words. But yes, one of these days I will be a Hollywood animator or cartoonist, or maybe just stick local in Canada. Who knows? And welcome, Vincent. How you doing? And Jai, or J-A-I, sorry if I mispronounced your name. It's okay if you're away too. Don't worry if you guys are late. I'm gonna be here for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, so don't worry, I'm just getting started. I haven't even finished with Ink and Daffy yet, so don't worry, you guys. I guess, Starfy, I have seen Batman the Anime series. mostly on Teletoon, and the last couple of years I would tune into it, and yeah, I definitely think it's pretty good. I'm generally not into action cartoons, honestly, but I do have some respect for Batman the anime series, and as for my favorite episodes, I can't really think of that at the moment, but actually no, I do remember liking the episode of the later incarnation of Batman the anime series. I think it's called The New Batman Adventures. I don't know, that's basically telling Harley Quinn's backstory. And I mentioned this in my Valentine's Day stream, but also I think Harley Quinn is just as attractive as her normal self, you know, back when she was a psychiatrist with the glasses and the hair in her bun. It's just as attractive in that way as she is like in her clown outfit. Oh, let's see. Dexter saying not only was he watching Space Jam: A New Legacy, he was even wearing a Toon Squad t-shirt also. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Space Jam: A New Legacy, if you enjoyed it or not, Dexter. And also, feel free to mention your favorite cartoons with Daffy. So yeah, I was just talking about how Daffy, he quickly won audiences over when he debuted back in the late 30s. And as for which version of the character I like, whether it be the jerk version or the goofy version, also I think it just depends on the short that he's in and the plot. Like, both versions are my favorite, honestly, but considering how my considering how my favorite sort of Daffy's is Duck Amok, maybe a jerk self-absorbed Daffy is my favorite incarnation. But yeah, I absolutely really love Duck Amok. It may be my favorite Looney Tunes short ever in general. Like, obviously the series has lots of classics from pretty much all of the main directors have some gems that they've offered. But with Duck Amok, you have to admire its brilliance of subverted, like, of course it's been many decades since it was released, but just imagine back in 1953 when it was released, they just look at the lobby card, which, you know, is basically like a square-shaped poster for the cartoon. Like, the theater goers are going into the theater and looking at the lobby card thinking, hey, this looks like it'll be a fun swashbuckling adventure with Daffy as a musketeer. And yeah, it definitely looks that way from the title card, like the opening credits, and Daffy entering the frame saying, "Stand back, musketeers! They shall sample my blade to say!" But then suddenly, the scenery just disappears. And slowly and surely, more and more chaos ensues, like with wrong scenery and wrong sound effects and wrong outfits for Daffy. It's just honestly, it's one of the grandfathers of cartoon episodes. Well, technically this is not an episode, as if it were a TV show, it's a theatrical short, but still, regardless of the exact terminology, Duck Amok is like a predecessor to those episodes of cartoons that basically make fun of the making of cartoons. I love episodes like that, whether it be Wacky Deli from Rocko's Modern Life, and Steppy's Cartoon Show from Ren and Steppy, and pretty much any Simpsons episode focusing on Itchy and Scratchy. Oh, and what's mentioned, I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but I really like the sequel to Duck Amok, Rapid Rampage, which is starring Bugs Bunny, if you could tell by the title. Like, I know it's not as clever, but it may be my nostalgia bias since I watched that one a lot on the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. But I remember laughing my butt off at Bugs being drawn differently and just the artist messing with him. But to be honest, I don't know if I should spoil who the artist is in each of those sorts. Like, it's been like many years since both Duck Amok and Rapid Rampage were released, and I assume that most Looney Tunes fans have seen them. Well, mostly Duck Amok, so I don't know if it will be a spoiler if I mention that, hey, did you know that Bugs Bunny is actually the artist who was pestering Daffy? Or that Elmer Fudd was pestering Bugs in Rapid Rampage? But still, if you haven't seen Duck Amok yet, definitely check it out. Okay, let me catch up with some chat questions. Let's see. Ethan's asking if I've seen any of the Rankin Bass stop motion films. Oh yes, definitely. Mainly the Christmas ones, like Rudolph and Santa Claus is Coming to Town and The Little Drum Boy. And I believe they did do an Easter special. I haven't seen it though. I think they did the special Here Comes Peter Cottontail. And I actually don't remember if it's 2D animated or stop motion, but you know, consider that it is Easter. I might check it out. Hang on a moment. Let's see. I have a question from Vincent asking, do you think Daffy deserves his fame, or are the cartoons more accurate to how famous he really is? And I assume with that part, he's wondering if I think Daffy deserves to be famous, or if his cartoons should be pretty much ignored, like how Daffy's talent is underwhelming. Well, also Daffy does deserve the fame. Also, it's sort of a debate between him and Bugs as my favorite Looney Tunes characters, but also, yeah, Daffy does deserve the fame since he's just as funny as Bugs. So, I mentioned that Duck Amok is my favorite short of Daffy's, and it falls under the category of jerk Daffy because he's sort of being demanding. But there's also the goofy version of Daffy that was most prominent in the 40s. I definitely have some favorite sorts of that incarnation. Just to name a few. Daffy Duck in Hollywood, which has the scene where Daffy is cutting and pasting a whole bunch of different film clips, more or less creating the prototype of the modern day YouTube poop. And that one was directed by Tex Avery. The shorts directed by Bob Crampett, in which Daffy is at his goofiest. I feel like those are the best. Like, for example, what's it called? Drafty Daffy. You're probably wondering, what's up with this envelope? It's actually a reference to, the envelope that the Widow Man from the draft board keeps, giving, Daffy. Because, it was one of those sorts that was made during, World War II. So, Daffy, he is being drafted, but of course he doesn't want to be drafted. he doesn't want to open up this envelope that has the draft notice. So it's this wild chase between Daffy and the Widow Man from the draft board. It's basically Bob Crampet's answer to the Tex Avery MGM shorts, where the wolf is trying to get away from Droopy. And that's probably one of my favorite Bob Crampet shorts, Drafty Daffy. It's just the way Daffy is zooming all around the house and basically taking the stuff with him as he's zooming past, like the vase and the furniture and the pictures on the wall and stuff like that. And the way he pretty much turns into a literal lightning bolt as he's running from the Widow Man from the draft board. It has some really great exaggerated character animation there. And another Bob Crampet short of Daffy's that I love is the Great Piggy Bank Robbery, which some sources say is the first cartoon to air on Cartoon Network. Others say it's Rhapsody Rabbit. To be honest, I forgot which one is really true. It might be Rhapsody Rabbit, but yeah, I really love the Great Piggy Bank Robbery with Daffy as Duck Tracy. And we have this magnifying glass here. Oh, wait a minute, I just realized something. You know what I plan on doing? I plan on having these different props be like their own layer and have them be basically just outlines behind a background here. They're not necessarily going to be colored, they're just going to be outlines as if it were some sort of pattern. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut and paste this envelope. Hang on. Okay, wait, cut and pick. Oh, darn. Oh, let me start over. Okay, cut and paste. There we go. And now I'm just gonna make this be its own folder. It's just be I'll just name this props. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of props from Daffy's different sorts, and in a moment I will identify each of these images in the background. Yeah, I'm just gonna catch up with the chat. Let's see. A white coyote or Ralph Wolf? That's what Dexter is asking. Well, they're pretty much the same character, except that one has a red nose, one goes after sheep, and pretty much by default is able to talk, and the other goes after the Roadrunner and has more diversity with the amount of traps that he creates. Even though the traps that he gets from Acme, they still fail. Okay. But also I'll go with a White Coyote. Even though, unpopular opinion, but I feel like I grew up with the Ralph Wolf sorts, the Sam Sheepdog and Ralph Wolf sorts, about equally as much as the Roadrunner cartoons. Let's see. Let's see what else there. Let's see, who else do we have to chat? And yes, Dexter points out that Daffy is even more of a screwball than Donald Duck. And yeah, that's a part of why I like him slightly more than Daffy. And more than Donald, I should say, sorry. Daffy has slightly more complexity as a character than Donald does. Although Daffy is a bit more antagonistic, like more generally antagonistic than Donald is. Often Donald's antagonistic ways are stemmed from, I don't know, just him getting rid of something that is pestering him. Whether it be Chip and Dale or something. And Donald is sort of more or less justified in his frustration, like why he's getting rid of the thing that's pestering him. But with Daffy here, I don't know, he seems, a lot of times he seems to be more intensely a jerk. But at the same time, like, it's just so funnier, honestly. Let's see. Oh yeah, I definitely should draw Looney Tunes characters more often. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else do we have here. Okay, so Plus Blue is correcting me about Pure Contail. It is a stop motion. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see if there's any questions that I missed. And Vince is saying that Scarlet Pumpernickel and Duck Dodgers are among his favorite sorts of Daffy, but his #1 favorite is the Great Piggy Bank Robbery. You have a great taste there. Oh, and username Shasa Man has the same birthday as Daffy. Cool, happy birthday, Shasa Man. And you know who else has the same birthday as Daffy? It's actually another cartoon character, another Looney Tunes character, I should say. It's actually Hippity Hopper. You know, the baby kangaroo who Sylvester is trying to catch because he thinks he's actually a giant mouse, but even though he isn't, like... like, I know Sylvester isn't the smartest Looney Tunes character, but when I really think about it, why exactly is he that dim to think, to not be convinced that baby kangaroo is not a giant mouse, but rather a joey? I really like watching those cartoons as well, with Sylvester and Hippity Hopper. And with Sylvester's son, Junior, basically feeling embarrassed for himself and for his dad, trying to catch what Sylvester thinks is a giant mouse, but no, he's not. So yeah, let me just, I'm almost done with inking Daffy. Just have to fill in any gaps. Hang on. Kristen, welcome, and he's asking, did you know that there is an Daffy rocket launcher in an episode of Wobo? I can't remember if you told me that before, Kristen, but yeah, that's interesting. I still need to check out that Wobo web series. I know I only saw like a few clips of it, like the ones that you will share, Kristen, but not really any full episodes yet. And speaking of the Scarlet Pumpernickel, that happens to be played in the background right now. Yeah, I do have the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. The first 3 volumes, and they're among the best DVDs that I have. Sylvester Jr., I thought his name was Spoiled Brat. Yeah, I do remember that short called Goldie Mouse and the Three Cats, in which Sylvester Jr. is literally referred to, literally named Spoiled Brat, like in his, like when he's in his high chair and his bowl of porridge. Which, by the way, I love how they even point out that cats don't eat porridge, but, you know, it's just a parody of the Three Bears story, so just roll along with it. But yeah, I love how Sylvester Jr.'s bowl is labeled Spoiled Brat. Can't believe I'm done here with Ink and Daffy here. So I'm just gonna walk this layer of him and focus on like the background. Okay, so I've already inked the envelope from Drafty Daffy, and here's Robin Hood Daffy's hat. That's another one of his great parents with Porky. Trippin', 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 trippin' up and down. Trippin' up and down. And of course, we can't forget about when he's swinging, saying, "Yoinks!" and away! He keeps hitting the trees. And here is the drink. I think it's a milkshake that Daffy orders in the saloon in Trip Along Daffy. And just inking this too. Okay, and this one's relevant to the cartoon that's playing on my TV right now, the Scarlet Pumpernickel. It's the Scarlet Pumpernickel's sword. Oh yeah, that last scene with Daffy blowing his brains out, basically as a visual aid when he was telling the story of the Scarlet Pumpernickel to the Warner Bros. Producer. Yeah, I know that scene gets cut out a lot when it aired on TV for obvious reasons. And now we have the magnifying glass. It's specifically modeled after the magnifying glass that Daffy uses as Duck Tracy. You know, it doesn't even have a glass, so Daffy, as he's walking down the street, following the footprints, he just sticks his head into the frame of the magnifying glass. But Daffy has been a detective more than once, honestly, in the classic sorts. There's also The Deuce, You Say, which was directed by Chuck Jones and had Porky as basically filling in as the role of Watson, and to Daffy's Sherlock Holmes type of role as a detective. And there's another short before that one called The Super Snooper, which Robert McKimson directed. Also, I'll remember seeing that one. I might have, but it can't be as memorable as The Great Piggy Bank Robbery. And even The Deuce You Say has its moments. Okay, we'll just catch up with the chat. Oh, let's see. Oh yes, Francisco points out that Elmer Fudd was voiced by Mel Blanc in The Scarlet Pumpernickel. And yes, that's true. One of the few times that that Mel Blanc filled in for Elmer, like during Arthur Q. Bryan's lifetime. Easily the most memorable case of Mel voicing Elmer was when he yelled "Smug" in What's Opera Doc. Otherwise, Arthur Q. Bryan was voicing Elmer in that short, as he normally did until his death in 1959, but he just couldn't yell the word smog as powerfully as Mel, so they brought in Mel to just recite that one line of dialogue. We have here a flag. This is one of two flags that I drew for the background, and it is from Duck Dodgers, the original short, in which Dodgers is claiming Planet X in the name of the Earth, only for Marvin the Martian to immediately arrive saying that he claims the planet in the name of Mars. And from there, a fight ensues over who gets first dibs, or who gets dibs on Planet X. Yeah, I think I mentioned that already, but I do read of the Duck Dodgers sort. And one of my favorite scenes is when Dodgers and the eager young space cadet, played by Porky Pig, are just traveling to Planet X. Daffy gives him this very convoluted plan on how they will get to Planet X, but only for Porky to basically point out that if we follow the planets in alphabetical order, then we should find Planet X. And Daffy is like, that's a stupid idea. Only for him to be like, hey, what if we follow those planets and we'll find Planet X? Also, I kind of like that. It's a trope. I forgot the name of it, but it's basically when a character gives another character an idea, and then that character is like, that's a stupid idea, and then when they come up with an idea of their own, it's the same idea as what the other person gave. It's the same thing in The Lion King, just when Timon and Pumbaa find Simba, and Pumbaa was suggested that they basically pick up Simba to take care of him, and Timon was like, that's stupid, only for him to think of the same thing, and pretty much credits himself for the idea. But yeah, going back to Duck Dodgers, I love that short, and I also remember there was a sequel called Duck Dodgers and the Return of the 24th and a half century, which was part of a TV special. I forgot which one, but yeah, I see that one separately, like on the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. Obviously, it's not as good, but I just like it probably for the nostalgia, and I think it's the first instance in which Gossamer, you know, the big furry red monster with tennis shoes on, I think that's the first time Gossamer was referred to by that name, and he's been referred to by that name ever since. And as for the Duck Daughters TV show, I know some of you guys have nostalgia for it, and I have some mild nostalgia for it too, but it's been so long since I seen a full episode of it. Every now and then I'll listen to the theme song, however. Okay. Although Super Rayman is actually his 85th birthday. Okay, let's see. Let's just catch up with the chat. Oh, let's see. Yes, Vincent mentions that another classic is the sort where he and Porky become roommates, and poor Porky suffers put up with Daffy's antics. I think that one is called Daffy Duck Swept Here. Yeah, I like that one. And definitely like the part where he where they're going on about what Buenas noches means. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. If I seen any Spider-Man shows and movies, I definitely saw the 1960 Spider-Man cartoon, which is mostly memorable for the theme song. And I have seen like the movies, like the ones with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. And I think the Andrew Garfield ones as well. I don't know, sort of watched it like casually. But for sure, my favorite Spider-Man movie is Into the Spider-Verse. Just for, of course, not just for the animation, but I don't know. I feel like the writing has some impactfulness to it. But for darn sure, the animation is one of the standout highlights. Okay, so what I'm drawing here is the tennis racket, and one of my favorite non sequitur lines of Daffy is just when he asks, "Anyone for tennis?" He asks that at least twice, once in Drip Along Daffy and then in Rapid Fire, when Bugs was telling Elmer, "There are other sports besides hunting, you know." And then Daffy runs up with the tennis racket, asking, "Anyone for tennis?" But Elmer just shoots him, and Daffy replies with, "Nice game." So yeah, that's why I have the tennis ball and tennis racket here. And speaking of Bugs and Daffy together, this top hat here refers to Showbiz Bugs. Easily my favorite of the Bugs versus Daffy shorts that Chuck Jones did and directed. This one was directed by First Freeway. And it served as an inspiration with Bugs and Daffy hosted a live show. It helped inspire the Bugs Bunny show, particularly with the opening sequence. And last but certainly not least, we have this here. Oops. This here. That's a flag. That's basically Daffy's tail in a Duck-a-Muck when the paintbrush turns him into a four-legged flower platypus creature thing. And he turns into that, if you haven't seen the short, Daffy turns into that flower four-legged creature, as Daffy's basically asking himself, is it because that I'm going against my contract why I'm going through all of this nonsense. Like, that's basically what he was asking himself. But yeah, here we have the screwball flag, a screw, and a baseball. It's a very common visual pun in these sorts of cartoons. Okay, I'm done inking the accessories here, or the props, I should say. Okay, I'm just gonna walk that, and I'm gonna be moving on to a current Daffy. So keep that walked and add the color layer. There we go. But before I get to current, just gonna catch up with the chat, and in fact, I might even play a clip for you afterwards of Daffy. Let's see. Oh yes, Billy and Mandy did do a parody of the creature that Daffy turns into. I think it was in the episode Complete and Utter Chaos, with Billy and Mandy basically fighting with each other using Eris's Apple of Discord. Starfleet has been asking if I see Der Schurer's face, that World War II sort with Donald. No, I haven't seen it yet. And yes, Vincent is mentioning you ought to be in pictures. And yeah, that's more or less a foreshadowing to Daffy being hungry for getting off the attention for himself. It's the one where Porky is... Well, actually, I think it was Daffy who was convincing Porky to leave the cartoon business so that Daffy could have the spotlight to himself. So Porky is basically telling Leon Schlesinger that he's out of the Warburger studio. But no, it doesn't work out well for him in the end, or for that matter, Daffy. And Super Rayman remembers that one Daffy and Speedy short that has Sylvester in it. I think you referred to it's nice to have a mouse around the house, where Daffy is a exterminator, and I think that's the first time he and Speedy were paired up together. And yeah, I'm not typically a fan of those Daffy and Speedy sorts, honestly. Let's see, anything else I missed? Let's see. Francisco is asking if I'm familiar with any European cartoons. Oh yeah, definitely. But I will mention one type, like British cartoons, because recently it was the anniversary of Aardman Animation, so I definitely love them for their, let's say, drama sort. Oh wait, hang on. Super Rayman is mentioned that they're referred to the short with Witch Hazel. Oh yeah, that one. With I think it's called. I forgot what it's called, honestly, but no, it's called A Haunted We Will Go. Yeah, I remember seeing that one. But yeah, going back to what you're saying, Francisco, about me being familiar with European cartoons. There are many that I'm familiar with, but for now I'll just mention that I'm definitely familiar with like some British ones, including from Aardman Animations, because recently they turned 50 years old. And yeah, I love them for Wallace and Gromit, and also for this obscure TV series that they did with Teletoon called Planet Sketch. I have some nostalgia for that one. Okay, so let's get to current this duck. Actually, before we do, how about I play a little clip for you, just to take.
Hey! Come here! Come here! Give me a close-up! A close-up! This is a close-up! A close-up, you jerk! A close-up! Hey! Come here! Come here! Give me a close-up! A close-up! This is a close-up! A close-up, you jerk! A close-up!
Yep, I definitely had to play that great clip there from Duck Amok. Thanks for the sour persimmons, cousin. I meant the close-up, the extreme close-up of Daffy kind of startled me as a kid. The pretty much the earliest known time that I saw Duck Amok was on the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie, which was a compilation film of some of Chuck Jones's best Looney Tunes shorts, mostly from the post-August 1948 era, because those were like the only cartoons Warner Bros. Had, like, had the rights to at that time. And speaking of Warner Bros., has any of you heard about the changes that they made to the corporation? It's like they changed Warner Media into Warner Bros. Discovery after that big old merger with Discovery Inc. The merger that pretty much killed off Final Space. If you don't know, like the Adult Swim / Netflix adult cartoon Final Space was more or less cancelled because of that big old merger Warner Bros. Was having with Discovery, but I hear that there may be a slight chance that there will be a revival special, just a 1 hour special, if we're lucky, fingers crossed. Okay, since I'm just filling in code here, just probably like take off the stabilization and put on Wade. Wait, I'll just put back on the music here. Oh yes, of course, I'm definitely a fan of Donald Duck too, Starfy. Although it's not his birthday today. Maybe I'll do something for Donald's 95th birthday next year. What? Sorry, no. Actually, his 95th birthday. 85th birthday. Sorry, I'm stupid. His Donald Duck's 85th birthday is on June 9th, 2024. I should probably do something for that occasion. I tend to be flat colors mostly, and I'm gonna have I plan on having a shadow be in the background for Daffy, as to give off the illusion of it being a classic hand-painted animation cell. say, you know what I was thinking? I was wondering, when I'm done covering this, how would you guys like to watch one of Daffy's full cartoons? Although the catch is that it's one of the public domain cartoons, so it'll have way less of a chance of being copyright claimed. But the good news is, it's one that's considered to be pretty awesome. I won't spoil what it is just yet, but yeah, let me know after I cover Daffy if you want me to play one of the sorts that he's in, and we could watch it together. I'm just gonna get the orange for his bill. Okay, Vincent better wait till Friday the 13th to do something for Donald. I get what you're saying. Because it's a reference to the What's It Up the Three Caballeros, in which the first episode does take place on Donald's birthday, and it did have to be on Friday the 13th. And yeah, Donald does go through some bad luck. And speaking of though, I just realized that I actually miscalculated his next anniversary. I might have miscalculated his anniversary. I think I said his 85th, but no, it's actually his 90th anniversary. That's gonna be in 2024. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry that I miscalculated when your big 90 is coming up, Donald. But again, we're focusing on this duck over here, and he is looking good so far. I have to draw this, or color this white color of his. I'm just remembering in one of the episodes of the Looney Tunes, so they do point out this. What's the deal with this white thing around Daffy's neck? I've always thought it was a collar, and it pretty much is. I remember I did have a Daffy Plus, and the collar was is an individual feature that's attached to the doll, and I was very young, so I ended up removing it without any prior thinking. Yes, I definitely do remember Chip and Dale, Starfleet. I do remember Watson them on House of Mouse, and some mild memories of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers as well. Although, just like with a lot of other Disney afternoon shows that I remember watching it as a kid. I remember it for the theme song as much as anything else. Okay, I'm just gonna save the changes from now, just in case. If this addresses, then I won't lose my work. Then just save my changes that I did. I'm gonna have the fire that's on the candle inside the egg be sort of more effect like brush, probably a airbrush instead of like a solid like outline. And what I'm gonna do here is gonna walk the pixels and color the outlines to the egg. Now I'm gonna have to be have the outlines be dark like this. So yeah, as I work on this egg here, how about we take just a brief break from talking about Daffy and talk about Easter. Like, what are your favorite Easter specials, and what do you like to do on the occasion? Like, easily my favorite Easter special is it's the Easter Beagle Charlie Brown. Of course, it will have to be a Charlie Brown special. Like, I don't know, like those specials are pretty much the definitive TV holiday specials. But yeah, I really like the Easter Beagle. It's been a staple of mine for several years. Hang on. Okay, Super Rayman is mentioned that of some of Adult Swim's shows, Bird Girl and Smile Friends and Teen Influenza have been renewed for a second season, and the third one is now being animated by Atomic Cartoons. Cool. The same studio that brought 101 Dalmatian Street. Cool, and I better remember Atomic Cartoons for making Atomic Betty, which was a semi-nostalgic show. And they also worked on Legend of the Three Caballeros. They were one of 2 Canadian animation studios that worked on it, along with Mercury Filmworks. Ever watched Encanto? Oh yeah, definitely. I've already quickly mentioned it in, I mentioned it already, like, in my New Year's Eve live stream and also my Kids' Choice Awards for the voted video, but I really did like Encanto when I saw it on Disney Plus, and it is the best Disney movie in 5 years, specifically after the release of Zootopia. As good, even though as good as Moana and Route Break the Internet are, I feel like Encanto is just slightly better. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention Frozen 2 or Raya and the Last Dragon. Well, also I think those ones were just mostly okay. Okay, so right now in the background is another one of my favorite Daffy and Porky shorts. It's Boobs in the Woods, directed by Rob McKibson. The one where Porky, he's just out painting a landscape but Daffy is upset with Porky because, you know, Porky is painting Daffy's property without his permission. And all these gags ensue from there. I love the part where Daffy is asking if Porky has a license to sell hair tonics to bald eagles in Omaha, Nebraska. And eventually, it turns out, yeah, he does have that. Porky does have that type of license. It's hilarious. Okay. And now we're gonna color the egg. Let's get a nice gold color. Make sure I got the right selected. Oh, I have it on eraser. Sorry. But yeah. Here we go. Yes. Porky does have a license to sell hair tonic to bald eagles in Omaha, Nebraska. Just see if there's anything I missed in the chat. But yes, big old 85. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about Daffy again. I'll keep it to the theme of Easter. For those who tuned in at the very beginning of the stream, you saw that I played an old clip from Daffy's Easter special, which on screen is titled Daffy Duck's Easter Show, but on DVD, at least on future releases, it was referred to as Daffy Duck's Easter Egg-cellent, or something like that. Yeah, I did watch that short, or that special I should say, today, in preparation for this stream. It's a decent of a special, like the short with Speedy and Daffy, it was alright. And also the one with Daffy, I think flying south, or just flying. That one was okay as well, but probably the best out of those sorts was the one with a golden egg. And speaking of golden egg, Golden Yeggs is playing in the background right now. How appropriate. Of course, that segment of the Easter special isn't as good as that short. But compared to the other three segments, it was kind of good. It was basically, it starts off as a fall corn, white corn cartoon, basically. And Miss Prissy, you know, that one hen who is hidden on fall corn sometimes, she lays a golden egg, and it rolls off away from the chicken coop, and and Daffy and Sylvester, yes, it's a Daffy and Sylvester outing. They're just digging through the garbage, through stuff, and then, yeah, they find a golden egg, and naturally, their greed is getting the best of them, in the sense that they are arguing and fighting over who gets it. It was amusing to hear Daffy and Sylvester talk to each other, since they're basically the same voice. Mel Blanc did the same voice for each character, except Daffy's is sped up. And did you know with Daffy's voice, it was inspired by Leon Schlesinger, since he had a wisp tongue too. And Leon Schlesinger, of course, being the main producer of the Looney Tunes cartoons from 1933 to up to 1944. Actually, I think that's incorrect. I think he was there from the very beginning of the series in 1930. But I was just thinking about when the cartoons were moved from the Herman and Eisen studio into Leon Schlesinger's own studio, which was founded around 1933. Okay, here we go. Just deselect that, and I'm gonna add the fire. Yes, hi Alex, what's going on? Yes, I agree, plus Blue. It is perfect timing. That Golden Eggs is playing in the background as I record this. Yes, thank you, Starfy, for saying my art is amazing, but obviously I'm not done yet. Basically, I'm almost done. So yeah, like I'll say, I tended this to be flat colors. I'll probably add the shadows afterwards, but I'll probably just add the colors to the background next. Probably this sort of turquoise color will be good. Yeah, sort of reminiscent of the blank background that he was in a Duck Amok. Wait, hang on. I see there's a little gap here with the eyes. Let me just take care of that. Probably add some sort of pattern, like some sort of abstract splash sort of paint-in layer, something like this. Or let me try out a diff. Just to mess around with the brushes, see what I like best. Yeah, I think I like this one, this brush. Okay, I think I could turn on the sketch layer too. Starface accent, which one I choose? Donald or Daffy. Again, I prefer Daffy the most. Just funnier, and grew up with him slightly more. Although I did grow up with Donald a bit. Well, actually, I grew up with Donald a serviceable amount. But obviously, like Daffy he's the king of the cartoon fowls, in my opinion. And you know, probably it's a slightly harder, maybe for some people at least, it's slightly harder to debate if who's better with Daffy and Donald than it is like Mickey versus Bugs. Like, for as charming as Mickey is, I don't know, at the end of the day, the writing of his character isn't as strong, and I don't know, there's pretty understandable reasons why Mickey is rarely viewed as anything more than just the mascot of Disney. Although some incarnations like to take risks with making Mickey more interesting than usual, like the current sorts that are going on since 2013. But Bugs, in contrast, he is a character, like a strong personality of being a wise guy, and also I remember borrowing the book of Looney Tunes titled Looney Tunes Ultimate Visual Guide, and there's a part where it's basically saying that some of the Looney Tunes characters represent the 7 deadly sins, and I believe they say that Bugs represents all of them at least some point or another, so that he is complex. He's not a perfect person, but he sure is entertaining. So yeah, that's a good example of basically summarizing how complex Bugs is as a character compared to Mickey, but yeah, with Daffy versus Donald, I understand how it'll be slightly harder to choose between the two, but again, Daffy for life. Yeah, so almost done here, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna walk the pixels of the outlines to these accessories here, basically giving it a color. Instead of just these outlines being black, I'll add some color to them. Probably a dark blue, or some sort of blue, so that it blends in the background. So, just gonna walk these layers here, so that they're not affected. Oh, hang on. Just color in the outlines to these blue. No, probably use the pen. Yeah, that's better. Wait, let me just check the chat. Yes, duck season, rabbit season. Yep, that's definitely a rapid fire playing in the background. And with that short, a rivalry was born. Well, probably the best cartoon rivalry. Yep, there it is. Anyone for tennis? Okay, so as I'm almost finishing up the essentials of this drawing here, let me know if you guys want to watch one of Daffy's cartoons. I mean, I play one of them. You know, one of the public domain ones. Pretty much, if you want to see one, uh, uh, put in a duck emoji in the chat. If you want to watch one of Daffy's cartoons, put a duck emoji in the chat. Okay, now I'm gonna be working on adding a shadow here. Just say a drop shadow. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Okay, so far that's one duck emoji from Starfy. That's actually a chicken. But yeah, let me know if you want to see one of Daffy's cartoons, but just put it in a duck emoji like what Starfy did. Okay, so Pocoyo and Easter Hut. Put in a duck emoji too. But yeah, essentially I am done with this. Although actually, I did mention it before. I just remember I mentioned before that with the outlines here, I'm gonna of gray so that the eyebrows would show up more. Actually, a dark shade of gray. Oh. Or, you know what, maybe I won't bother at that. Oops. Oh. No, or probably it's okay the way it is, because technically I make sure I color Daffy's feathers a whiter shade of black than the outlines. So that means the eyebrows and, like, so the outlines to his body, they're still visible. So, also I think I could leave it like this. So yeah, like I said, I'm essentially done with this. I may go over it after the stream for any subtle finishing touches before I post it around on my social media. But uh, yeah, otherwise, I hope you guys like it. I know some of you already mentioned that it's looking good, and I thank you for that. Okay, and also far over yonder wants to watch a Daffy cartoon too. So yeah, we're gonna be how about we close off this stream by playing one of Daffy's cartoons, and the cartoon I'm about to play. I got. And yes, the cartoon that I want to play for you guys is what's it called again? Porky Pig's Feet. Yes, that's right. Just like with Daffy's first cartoon, Porky's Duck Hunt, even though Porky's name is in the title, it's really Daffy who steals the show. And this is probably my favorite public domain short from Looney Tunes, alongside the Dover Boys, of course. But yeah, and also my favorite short from Fantaswin. So, without further ado, prepare yourselves for the masterpiece known as Porky Pig's Feet.
Broken arms, bill, room, $65, big bath, $10.50. Total $152.50.
You will, of course, pay the bill now before you leave, no?
No, I mean, yes. My partner Daffy Duck will be right back. He's out cashing a check. Come on, 7. Be good to Daffy. Don't fail me now.
Uh-oh. Snake eyes. Too bad. You is a dead duck. Duck.
Don't worry, Daffy will be here in a minute with money.
Well, I hope so.
Insulting my integrity! Hey, fatso! Insinuating I'd flee this flea-bitten dump! Hey, fatso! Intimating I'd abscond with your financial remunerations! Hey, fatso! Hey, look! A Dick Tracy character! Prune face!
You have insulted me. We meet on the field of honor. My card.
You've had your coffee racing for this week, Robespierre. You have insulted me. We meet on the field of onion. please. I guess I sold that overstuffed turnip. What? Yipe. Me too. Yipe. Oh, ouch! Ouch! Ow! Ow! Oh! Ow! Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh! Oh! Okay, we'll pay. We'll pay. Let me see now. How much was it? How much? Sold to an American. Hurry up, Daffy. Don't dilly, don't dilly, time's a wasting. One for the money, two for the show, three to get ready, and four to Geronimo! I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's getting me. I'm going stir crazy. Bastille Betty. Cooler cuckoo. Look at my prison pallor. I'm as black as a sheet. Gosh, if Bugs Bunny was only here. Yeah, Bugs Bunny, my hero. He can get out of any spot. I saw him in a Leon Schlesinger cartoon once. The hunter had him covered, and he grabbed the gun, and bang! The hunter fell. What a guy! Nothing can hold him. He'll get us out of here. Hello, Central. Give me Bugs Bunny. Hello, Bugs. This is Daffy.
What's up, Duck?
That Palooka manager has got us locked up in the Broken Arms Hotel. We thought you could help us get out.
Did you try the elevator?
Yes.
Throw him down the stairs?
Yes.
Use the sheet?
Yes.
Swing across on the rope?
Yes. We tried all those ways.
Don't work, do they?
That's all, folks.
Yes, hope you guys enjoyed that short. I'm sure you have. I can tell from the chat that you are enjoying it. So yeah, well that's almost all, folks. Just want to let you guys know just a couple of things. One, oh well, welcome back, Dexter. Yes, and just to let you know that for next week, it's gonna be a shout out Sunday again, as planned. So don't worry, things will go back to normal like with the Sunday schedule, with a shout out Sunday. And trust me, I'm excited to talk about the 3 people that I have in store. And also, I don't know if you guys know this, but yes, this is the shirt I've been wearing this whole time. With Bugs and Daffy in their vaudeville outfit from the Bugs Bunny Show intro. I designed it myself. You can find it on both Smiley Comforts and TeePublic. I may be wrong, but I think TeePublic even has a 35% off sale going on at the moment, and I believe tonight is the last night for it. So the link to my TeePublic is in the description below, and as well as my Smile and Comfort store as well. Let's see. Barry, where is your Mickey Mouse stuff? Oh, you're darn right I have Mickey Mouse stuff. Yep, here he is, my beloved Mickey Mouse Plus, one of the longest pluses that I ever had. It holds a special place in my heart. And yeah, probably anybody who wants to go deep down to my archive of YouTube videos will see that I did some plus videos with that Mickey Plus, and yeah, they're not good, but yeah. So yeah, that's my favorite Mickey Mouse thing that I have, Starfy. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys to enjoy the rest of your Easter Sunday, and I hope you're having a great Easter long weekend, and happy 85th anniversary to that despicable duck, although charmingly despicable, of course. So yeah, also, if you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button, and definitely subscribe so you won't miss out on any streams like this. And hit the bell as well, of course. So yeah, once again, happy Easter and happy 85th, Daffy. Take care, folks.